Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. Last week's budget marked an important step in preparing and supporting the UK in a post-Brexit and post-COVID world. The budget rightly focused on the government's commitments to level up communities and to bring economic prosperity to areas that have seen disinvestment and loss of opportunity over recent years. Areas like my own constituency of Anglesey. Anglesey, the Isle of Anglesey, has one of the lowest GVAs, gross value added, the measure of economic productivity in the UK. In recent years, we've lost major employers like Wilver, like Anglesey Aluminium, like Octel and Rehow. And during the pandemic, we've seen just how fragile our tourist economy is, on which so many local people depend. And this has resulted in our young people having to leave the island to find good quality work, leaving behind their families, leaving behind their culture, and leaving behind their Welsh language. Last week, the Chancellor of the Exchequer said, "There's a reason we talk about the importance of family, community, and personal responsibility. Not because these are an alternative to the market or the state. It is because they are more important to the market or the state." Mr Deputy Speaker, Anglesey is all about family and community, which is why we need to level up opportunity and provide permanent, well-paid careers on the island. Only this will drive up our economic productivity, give our young people aspiration, and keep our young people on the island. Only by creating healthy and self-sufficient communities can we ensure that our Welsh language and culture continue to thrive. Mr Deputy Speaker, last week we saw some huge numbers. 2.6 billion in the UK Shared Prosperity Fund, 5 billion to Project Gigabit, and 1.4 billion to the Global Britain Investment Fund. These will unleash private capital, and we on Anglesey look forward to reaping the rewards of this investment. But I'd also like to highlight that Anglesey is known as Energy Island, and so we particularly welcome the announcement of £380 million for offshore wind, 1.7 billion to enable a large-scale nuclear plant, 385 million towards nuclear R&D, and £120 million for a new future nuclear enabling fund. And with the National Nuclear Laboratory already based at MSpark in Gerwyn, and Bechtel, Rolls-Royce and others keen to set up at Wilver Newydd, whether it's AP1000 and or SMRs, these announcements bring hope to Anglesey. Hope that we may once again enjoy the economic benefits of hosting nuclear. We're also keen to see the UK's first thermal hydraulic test facility established locally. There are currently 2 worldwide, Mr Deputy Speaker, one in Italy and one in the US. To have the 3rd thermal hydraulic test facility in the world in North Wales would be absolutely fantastic. The people of Anglesey are already starting to see the impact of the levelling up agenda. We have jobs and opportunities appearing as a result of the government's investment. Over 200 new jobs at the HMRC Holyhead Inland Border Facility. Expansion of the workforce at Orthius Eco Park, supported by government investment. The Holyhead Hydrogen Hub, which is earmarked for almost £5 million in the March budget. And of course, Mr Deputy Speaker, as chair of the Anglesey Freeport Bidding Consortium, I continue to press for Anglesey to become a free port with all the advantages that that would bring. Finally, I would like to thank the Chancellor of the Exchequer, the Chief Secretary to the Treasury and the Secretary of State for Transport for awarding my bidding team up to £50,000 for a feasibility study on the disused Gerwyn to Amloch line on Anglesey. This money will be match funded by Welsh Government and allow us to fully investigate viable options and alternative uses so that we can bring this community asset back to life.